Hello students, here we are with our second session of chemical thermodynamic. In the first session we discussed about some basic properties of thermodynamic processes and thermodynamic properties. Now let us start with functions. There are two types of functions in thermodynamic, that are state functions and path functions. State function is the property which depends on the state of system and independent of path followed to attain it. It's called state function. See, the state function is function which depends on initial and final state of system, not on the path followed by system. So here we have such a two properties like temperature, pressure, also we can say volume. These all properties, they depend on initial and final state of system. That's why they are known as state functions. Then we have path functions. Path functions are the properties which depends on path followed by the system, not on the initial and final state of system. There are two path functions in our syllabus, that are work and heat. These are the two physical properties which are known as path functions, as they depend on the path followed by system. Let us see now what is meant by thermodynamic equilibrium. A system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium when its state functions do not vary with time. See, here it is. The thermodynamic equilibrium is when the state functions of system do not vary with time. Means when state functions are like temperature, pressure, volume, these all functions have certain fixed value. When they are having constant values, then at that particular time instant we can say our system is in equilibrium, and that is known as thermodynamic equilibrium. Now let us start with processes and its types. See, what is meant by a process? A process is a transition from one equilibrium state to another, is called process. Now, as earlier we saw what is meant by equilibrium. Equilibrium is a state at which all the state variables have, or all the state functions have constant or fixed value. When system changes from one equilibrium state to the another state, while changing the state, that transition is known as process. And there are different types of processes which are there in thermodynamic. Let us see which different types of processes we have. Very first, it is isothermal process. See, the name itself suggests iso is same and thermal stands for temperature. So what is meant by isothermal? It is a process in which temperature of the system remains constant throughout the transformation. So isothermal is a process in which throughout the process temperature remains constant, and that's why it is known as isothermal. So as throughout the process temperature remains constant, initial and final temperature of system is same. So when we calculate change in temperature, that is delta T, when we calculate change in temperature, that is delta T, then delta T becomes 0, because throughout the process we have constant temperature. And as there is temperature constant, internal energy, it is denoted by U. Internal energy of system also remains constant. So delta U, that is change in internal energy, is 0. So for isothermal process, delta T and delta U equals to 0. Let us see the second process, that is isobaric process. Again here iso is same, baric stands for pressure. The term baric stands for pressure. So isobaric process is a process in which pressure remains constant during the transformation or during the process. So as I said, throughout the process pressure remains constant, so initial and final pressure will be same. So when we calculate delta P, that is change in pressure, it becomes 0. So for all isobaric processes, delta P, that is change in pressure, is 0. Third type of process, that is isochoric process. Isochoric process is a process during which volume of system remains constant during the transformation. So iso is same. Here choric stands for volume. So throughout the process volume remains constant, and as I explained earlier, as volume remains constant, change in volume for isochoric process is equal to 0. Let us see the fourth process, that is adiabatic process. Now adiabatic process is a process in which there is no exchange of heat between system and surroundings, is called adiabatic process. Now see, as adiabatic process leads to no exchange of heat between system and surrounding, means we can have example of isolated system. If you recollect, earlier we saw types of system: open, closed and isolated. In isolated system, there also example is thermos flask, where there is no exchange of heat between system and surrounding. So our system is completely isolated from surrounding. That is a process which we can call it as adiabatic process, because there is no exchange of heat between system and surrounding. And for adiabatic process, as heat is not exchanged, Q stands for heat, Q is equal to 0. The last type of process, that is reversible process. Reversible process is one which we already did in 11th standard. So see, here it is: a process conducted in such a way so that at every stage the driving force due to pressure P is infinitely greater than opposing force due to the external pressure P external, and which can be reversed by a slight change of the opposing force, is reversible process. So in short, actually reversible process is one in which a reactant is converted into product, and that product can converted back to the reactant. So it's a cyclic process where there is continuous change from reactant to the product and product to reactant. And the forward reaction, that is conversion of reactant to the product, is because of driving force, and conversion of product to the reactant is due to opposing force. So by slight change in opposing force, we can revert the reaction back, and that's why it is known as reversible process. Let us see now features of reversible process. There are 4 features. The driving and opposing forces differ by an infinite amount. So by very small amount, driving and opposing forces differ from each other. Second, the process can be reversed by an infinite change in conditions. Third, a reversible process proceeds infinitely slowly, takes place in infinite number of steps. And the last features, at the end of every step of process, the system attains mechanical equilibrium with the surrounding. Let us see sign conventions of W and Q. Now earlier we discussed that W and Q both are path functions. So what are the sign conventions? The energy entering the system from surrounding has positive value, while the energy leaving the system and flowing into the surrounding is negative value. So this is, as we saw earlier, exothermic and endothermic reactions. That exothermic reaction is one in which heat is given out, and endothermic is in one which heat is absorbed by the system. So here it is, first is Q positive, that is heat positive. When heat is positive, when heat is absorbed by system from the surrounding. And in second case, Q is negative, when heat is released by the system to the surrounding. So during an endothermic process, Q is positive because heat is absorbed by the system from surrounding, and when the process is exothermic, Q is negative, that is heat is released by the system to the surrounding. Now about work done, we can say work is positive when work is done on the system by the surrounding, and work done is negative when work is done by the system on surrounding. Now expression for pressure volume type of work. See, for pressure volume type of work we have a diagram over here. It is a cylinder which is fitted with movable rigid piston which is having area of cross section A. See, here it is. Consider a certain amount of gas at constant pressure P is enclosed in a cylinder which is fitted with frictionless rigid movable piston which is having area of cross section A. Now volume of gas V1, this particular gas which is fitted in this particular cylinder is having volume V1 and temperature T. Now on expansion, the force exerted by a gas is equal to area of piston multiplied by pressure with which the gas pushes against a piston. This pressure is equal in magnitude and opposite in sign to the external atmospheric pressure that opposes the movement and has its value, that is minus P external. So here we can say that F is minus P external into A. F is a force. Now that force is external pressure into area of cross section of the piston. Now if piston moves out a distance d, then the amount of work done is, now see, this is about force, initial force. After expansion of gas, piston will move upward, and as a piston moves upward, it moves through a distance d, and then the volume of gas becomes now V2. So the amount of work done that we can see, it is W is F into D, that is force into displacement. Now substituting this equation 4.1, what we can get is W is minus P external A into D. So just substitute the value of force into the work done. So we'll get equation 4.3, that is W is minus P external A into D. So the product of area of piston and distance it moves is volume change, that is delta V. So this particular product, that is area of cross section of piston and the distance through which it moves, both together it becomes delta V, that is change in volume from initial to final. So by combining this equation 4.3 and 4.4, we can write W, that is work done, is actually minus P external delta V, that is V2 minus V1. So this is the expression of work done for pressure volume type of work. Now there are few conditions that work can be positive or negative. When the gas expands, piston will move upward, and in that case the work is done by system on surrounding. Since in this case V2 is greater than V1, W is negative. So always keep in mind, students, work of expansion is always negative. And then second condition is when the gas is compressed, the work is done on system by surrounding. In this case V1 is less than V2 and work, that is W, in this case is positive. So we can say work of compression is always positive and work of expansion is always negative. They have same magnitude. W is given by P external delta V only, but the sign changes depending on the condition, whether it is expansion or compression. Thank you, students.